Alright, so in today's video I'm finally going to be doing an update on my Subaru Liberty because I know a few of you guys asked for me to do an update on this car. So basically in today's video I'm just going to really quickly talk about all of the modifications I've done to this car so far, and as well as that, some of the future plans I have for this car. And of course I'll be sharing them with the channel as I do them now because I'm going to be uploading a bit more of a variety. So this is the first real video that is the new style for my channel, so let me know what your thoughts are. But now let's quickly talk about this car. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to spin the car around and then set myself up over there and set the camera up so it looks all nice. So let's quickly do that. Alright, so let's talk about my Liberty. Now I don't know why I've opened the bonnet because the engine bay is stock. But yeah, I'm just going to really quickly anyway, so what I was going to say. Alright, so let's just really quickly freeze frame here. I know what you're thinking. Geez, I have a really long neck. Well, you know what they say about people with long necks? They have really long dicks. Let's talk about what modifications I've done to the car so far, and then maybe let's talk about some of the plans I have for the future. Now, if you're wondering why I am on a computer chair, it is because we're currently moving house, as I have previously said, and I didn't have any other chairs, so I grabbed my computer chair so I can swivel around on this thing and have some fun whilst doing this little talk. So, first thing I've done is a front bumper swap. Not that you can probably see it from where you are right now, but this has a Spec B front end on it, purely because this is a 3.0R Premium, which is a H6 Liberty, basically the same as a Spec B, just had a different front bar on it. And as well as that, maybe the inside as well is like a cream interior as opposed to black. And there's just some basic things. I think this one only came in automatic transmission. Yes, I know, I'm gay. But literally, that's pretty much the only differences in the actual cars. So I put a Spec B bar on the front because it looks so much nicer, and eventually I'll try and get a lip for it because it's going to look really nice. I'm not going to talk about future plans just yet, I'll talk about that later on. But as it stands right now, the Spec B bar has been swapped. My old Premium bar was completely destroyed anyway, it needed a respray, so picked this one up dirt cheap in desperate need of a respray as well. Got this sprayed to match the car and it looks perfect. Looks really nice on the car. And as well as that, I've got a few other dents and things here and there touched up as well. So the car is looking really nice as far as like hits and dings. It's pretty well clean at the moment. I shouldn't say at the moment. Okay, so besides a respray, now let's actually talk about actual modification that has been done to this car. Now, I haven't really done any performance mods unless a technically headers back exhaust counts. I'll explain on that later, and I will eventually hopefully be replacing my headers with some nice extractors from Raptor superchargers, but that's for a later date and later video. Rims, I have changed from the stock 6-spoke or 5-spoke or whatever they were, the stock rims. They were ugly, they were gross. Had them plasti dipped at one stage. Plasti dip is disgusting, I never want to work with that again. So I now have a set of Enki RPF ones. They're really just some nice-ish budget wheels. I just wanted to buy a brand name as opposed to, you know, some sort of cheap sort of copy rim. So I went for the Enkis. If you can see my nice blue shorts as well, pants as well, please ignore them. Pink writing. I have thongs and, well, here in Australia we call these thongs. They are flip-flops depending on where you live, and some socks on. So I am currently just looking amazing. But yeah, so what I've done for rims is Enki RPF 1s, they're 17x8s, and if you can hear birds chirping, I apologize for that. 17x8 plus 45, the fitment on this car is so nice. I cannot wait to drop this on some lower suspension eventually, not just yet. Again, yeah, I've done exhaust. I will do a dedicated video if you guys want to see that on the exhaust where I talk about all the setups I've had because I've changed it multiple times. And currently as it stands right now, it's probably the quietest it's been. And the least droney, but it's definitely the nicest it's sounded. As well as that, I've changed the tail lights with some blacked out tail lights just to keep with that blacked out theme that this car's going for. And I am eventually going to swap this chrome front grille that we get here in Australia because it's ugly as, and I want to go for something that's, again, sort of darker and more blacked out. I'm going to keep the grille OEM from factory, so it's still got a chrome trim around it. The honeycomb one, I'll put a picture right here so you guys can go and check that out if you're actually curious about it. But yeah, as far as that goes, I've done the rims, tail lights, I've put a fully sick exhaust on it. So basically at the moment it's stock headers into some aftermarket cats because my stock ones shit themselves. Then it goes back into the third cat has been deleted into a relatively small hot dog, and then some straight through mufflers out the back. At the moment I'm pretty happy with how it sounds. I might tone it down a little bit later when I'm thinking of doing extractors to it. So when that happens, it'll probably get louder and I might try and tone it down a little bit somewhere else. But that's pretty much it. For future mods, again, I want to do extractors. I would like to put a cool grill on. Working on that. I actually ordered a grill from Japan, got it imported, and I ordered it for the wrong car. But what I'm going to be doing is sticking a factory grill for a post facelift, which this is, instead of a pre-face like I ordered. Grill on it. I want to get a lip for the bottom of the bumper here once this thing is on lower suspension. Now for lower suspension, I'm not going to go for like some racing coilovers or whatever, because I don't really want to make this thing too, you know, illegal or whatever. With Australia's laws, it's really strict on that. So I'm going to probably try and get some OEM STI pinks, as they're called. They came on the Tune by STI versions of these cars, and it's just a bit lower than the suspensions on it now. I think it's about a 10mm drop at the back and maybe 25 at the front, so it's just sort of evens it out, because the front's a lot higher than the back. The back's actually reasonably low, and it's just going to make the car look a lot nicer than it stands at the moment, because I can fit about maybe just about fit my fist this way in at the wheel gap at the front. They're actually relatively low from factory. I've had a few people say like if you lowered it, which I haven't, it's factory height at the moment. But yeah, that's basically it. So again, plans to hopefully get for factory STI pink suspension, the factory grille that is, I think it's an OEM option upgrade, but I don't know about anyone to have them in Australia. I think they came on the Tune by STIs. I should just buy a Tune by STI. If only the Victoria P-plate rules didn't, that's such a pain in the butt. But seriously, yeah, in Victoria, the P-plate rules are, I can't drive the turboed version of these cars. So if you want to see a dedicated video to P-plate rules or whatever, let me know, I'll do that. But yeah, so lip, extractors, grille, lower suspension, that's pretty much my sort of future plans. So if you guys want to see videos when I do those sorts of things, let me know with a comment down below and I will most definitely make a dedicated video for it. The sun has now gone from being like setting and really bright to now completely gone. So if the video is now really dull, my ISO has probably just stepped right up and it's probably really grainy now. But that's basically it for modifications I've done to my Liberty so far. This is a little update video. If you want to see a dedicated video to the exhaust, let me know in the comment section down below. More than happy to do that, take it out some back roads or whatever and thrash it out there and do some revs and whatever. It's definitely probably the nicest it's sounded so far. It's still got a bit of a rasp, which I'd love to get rid of. It's not a nice rasp, it's a pretty horrible. It sounds good in like, it's actually really weird. First gear it does it at like above 3K, it's just this really tinny rasp. And then second gear you can go right up to 6 or 7K and you get nothing. It's really, really quite weird, but I'll do a dedicated video to that if you guys want to see that. But that's basically been it for my Liberty. If you guys have enjoyed this video, let me know with a like on it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I really do hope you enjoy these new sort of styles of videos that I'm going to be uploading to my channel. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.